Hello everybody, welcome to Shore Shot Archery. We're driving in on Line Road here to USA Archery Outdoor Nationals in Melbourne, PA. The next turn after this street will be the entrance to the Greater Chester Valley Sports Association, where they actually host and hold outdoor nationals. So we got some signage out here, archery events, and well, you're going to be greeted by a lot of cars because we're filming this on official practice day. There's two lines for official practice day. There's a morning and an afternoon. You're seeing the morning line. Masters divisions and senior barebow is shooting this morning for official practice. I will be shooting later at about 1 o'clock for all the other senior divisions. But as you can see, a lot of parking up front here. The very beginning, right at the entrance, if you had made a right immedately as you entered, there's additional parking. You can see some para-athlete parking as well. We're going to get out in a second here, but I actually had to find a spot because this is all handicapped and para parking there, so obviously I'm not going to take up those. But when I find a spot, we'll get out and then we'll actually begin the actual walking tour. But this is a very long field with the parking very stretched out. So, you know, it's not very deep in terms of parking. So you might have to take a little bit of a walk to get where you want. They do have a fair amount of handicap parking this year, which is probably better than last year. They were kind of lacking in that department, and there's a lot of para archers here too. So that's good that they covered that. For us though, we're heading all the way down to the compound side of the field to actually get a parking spot here. I'll actually be shooting way up at the beginning for Olympic recurve. So let's pull in here next to this SUV and we'll get started. Hello, welcome to Shore Shot Archery. Anthony here. Gave a little introduction earlier in the video, but now you see me. As we were driving in, I called the field behind me the compound field. It's actually the official practice field. We have a designated practice field that's also going to be used for the mixed team events that are going to be held here, so they don't have to run them on the main shooting field, which is on the other side, behind the camera. We'll check out that field because that's going to be the most important field. But since we already basically drove down here, we might as well check out the practice field, the designated practice field and mixed team field, just so you can see what's going on. And then we'll turn around and we'll walk all the way back the other way. When we're walking that way, though, we're going to check, the registration and the vendors and everything else that you may need to know if you attend this event in the future, as long as they're holding it here. So let's get rid of me, turn some things around here. All right, so it looks like we have kind of an official DOS tent located right there. A whole bunch of people sitting in there. It doesn't look like they have active scoring going, but I guess they're just kind of sitting there, sort of monitoring the open practice field. You can practice anytime on this field as long as the facility is open. So it's probably during like regular shooting hours. Don't expect to be able to come in here at like 9 o'clock at night. There's no lights anyway, so it's going to start getting pretty dark at that hour. But it's nicely laid out. You got your waiting line, shooting line, 3-meter line. You got 60 targets, which is pretty sweet. They give you wind socks. There's target flags, and there's even some canopies, which is pretty nice. So you can get a little bit of shade if you want to keep your stuff out of the shade. Other than that, there's a couple porta potties. We got one there and one there, so kind of two for this whole field. But again, the only time it should be really packed is for mixed team, matches. And there's not that many people practicing right now on it. But I don't know. We'll see. we shall see. And I guess they'll have to adjust, how many bathrooms and stuff they have in this area, maybe in the future. But they do have handicap parking as well. There's actually a ramp, which is going to be great for all the para athletes that have wheelchairs. Make it a little easier to get down to the field, because some of the parking spots on this field are on a pretty good hill with a pretty nasty slope. So that's good that they have that in a good spot, and they have a ramp. It's going to be a bit of a walk here. This is a very long field. I feel like other nationals in other places were a little more condensed for some reason. I don't know if it's because the parking was more situated in one spot and then the field was right in front of it, where here the parking is very long and the field's very long because everything's quite short. You only go from here to here and that's your whole field. A lot of these other fields in the past have been probably like 2 or 3 times in width but half the length. But we're making it work. Let's see. Coming up here, we're going to have the vendor village is the first thing we're going to run into before the actual fields you would shoot on for qualification and eliminations. There's also supposed to be a first aid tent here and a USA Archery headquarters. Not much going on there right now. That's probably going to be busier tomorrow. I am filming this on official practice. I would think they would have some kind of check-in today, because that would make sense. But we'll see if we find another location for that, because it's definitely not happening there. As we enter this area, though, you can see they have it blocked off to car traffic. The vehicles in here are probably staff for these different companies, plus staff that are helping run this tournament. Makes sense. They need somewhere to park. Let's see. We have USADA here. We have Lancaster Archery Supply. Very handy. I already know a bunch of people that were stopping by and getting stuff that they forgot or needed. Let's see. Who else? We have Jaeger Archery, Brandywine Valley, and looks like we got somebody else, probably Gold Tip. I don't think they're set up yet. And then we have the official merchandise company that makes all the t-shirts. I think they come to every single event. Them in Lancaster, basically. Right here is food. You can get concessions. They'll make hamburgers and things like that. Pretty cool. And again, more porta potties, because that's the bathroom of choice here at Outdoor Nationals. So there you have it. There's the layout of the vendor village. We'll see what else we can find along the way. We're going to be heading towards the official shooting ranges now, where you would shoot qualification and then eliminations. In terms of parking so far, parking is not bad. When we have official shooting, all of this should be filled to the max, possibly even more than that. There's actually a field, if you look way over there, almost by that tree line. That should technically start filling up with cars as well. What else we got going on here? We got some guys playing with bales and stands and stuff over here. I'm not actually sure what they're doing with that. I don't think it's for equipment inspection, because they generally run equipment inspection at the DOSs. That way they can check, the weight of your compounds and stuff like that. But they might be running the finals there. I guess we'll see. Time will tell on that one. All right, so we actually start at target 61. And we're going to see what target we run all the way down to. I think 61 is actually a target for visually impaired archers. And 62 starts the compound section. Now, this is... now, the archers that are shooting here are almost all masters and up divisions. So you're 50, 55 and up divisions. There is some senior bare bow, but that is it. The rest of the senior divisions are later today. They break this down into a couple different sections here. You got your free section, you got your archers section, and then you have your shooting line, your 3-meter line. All this is laid out. You can see the signs all the way over there. They explain it pretty well. It's nice to see that these are fairly low, so you can fairly easily step over them if you have to. Of course, they do have entrances too, which is handy. As we go down the line, you can see lots of barebow shooters here. Even further down, we'll hit Olympic recurve. They have signage out there telling you what distance each target is at, because you don't want to end up accidentally shooting at the 50-meter target with your 60-meter setting, or the 60-meter target with your 70-meter setting. So they try to let you know, hey, this is the distance the targets are at, because I know people that have made those mistakes, and then they go and send an arrow way back there into the woods or the grass, and they got to go hunt it down. Yeah. Doing good. All right, so coming around here, we're almost at the middle of the field, and this is where they have DOS and equipment inspection. All right, so you would come up here, they can inspect your bow. You gotta inspect your bare bow, your compound, and your Olympic recurve, and then you can be approved to shoot. It looks like they're actually doing check-in over here as well, which is a little different than in the past. Usually they have a designated like check-in tent, so that's kind of interesting. If we look back here, it looks like our bathrooms of choice are going to be porta potties. There's not a lot of them. I don't think. I feel like there should probably be double. Need at least 2 times as many. We only have 2. We got 7 on a field that goes from target 60 all the way to 100 and we had 160. 49. Almost at 160, maybe even past 160. No, it's higher than 160. We're about 167 targets. So there's a good 100 plus targets just on this side. You figure 4 archers each. That is a lot of people for 7 porta potties. But we're gonna find out. There won't be an update in this video about that, but it'll be in next year's video if we're here again. I'll tell you. All right, so we finally have walked almost all the way back to the beginning. This is the extra parking I was kind of mentioning about making a sharp right as you entered the facility. This extra parking will probably be full because we've pushed this further this way this year than in the past. We were actually much further up last year, if that makes sense. I feel like we had a couple more rows worth of parking. We're back to single rows again. So oh, look at this. This is what are the odds? Oh man, I don't plan this. Venu just shows up.
I know exactly when he's taking videos, and I put myself in them.
I knew it. It's very weird. I'm gonna have to check my car. He might have bugged it. I don't know. He's got a GPS tracker on me. But yes, so here's the additional parking. If you're not in the recurve section, it's gonna be quite a walk. But I guess you're gonna have to do what you have to do. At least they have sufficient handicap parking for people that really need that. Because the rest of us, if you're in this section, you're definitely taking a pretty good hike. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna see how it works out in the long run for this tournament. There was definitely a parking issue last year because they even had to run a shuttle from one of the local churches back and forth to the fields here so that they could alleviate the excess cars. All right, so there you have it. That is a tour of Outdoor Nationals 2023 here in Melbourne, Pennsylvania. Please check out the links down below to USA Archery. They'll have a ton of information on the tournament that might be helpful to you besides just watching this video. Also check out Archers Association. There's a link down below. It's a membership and you get savings on hotels and rental cars and archery equipment. It's a great way to make the most out of these tournaments, make them more affordable. Therefore, you can go to more of them than just outdoor nationals. Maybe you can try some of the other USAT events across the country with the savings from Archers Association. Other than that, hope you enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe, and as always, happy shooting.